Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
And we welcome you inside the Powassan Sportsplex, as some very smart man back in the day once said when he recorded the song, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Andy Williams. Yeah, that's right. I've used that bit a couple of times on the Frontline podcast and in a Bay Today article, but it is indeed the most wonderful time of the year here in Powassan, as the Powassan Voodoos will get set to take the Hearst Lumberjacks here in the first round action of the NOJHL playoffs. This series is currently tied at 1 apiece. After the first 2 games went up in Hearst over the weekend, the Voodoos winning in overtime in Game 1 and then falling to Hearst the very next day, and that's where we are now. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Brad Brooks for this one, and welcome to playoff hockey for the Powassan Voodoos, Brad.
Yeah, I'm excited. My first taste of playoff action here, and right you are. It doesn't really get more evenly matched than this. Both teams finished the regular season tied in wins with 36. They 3 points separated them in the standings this year, and perhaps fittingly, their series is not only tied in games won, but also in goals scored. Both teams coming in with 10 goals apiece through the first 2 games of this series. The Voodoos stole home ice advantage away from the Lumberjacks with that electric Game 1 overtime win, Courtney, but let's see if they can hold serve here at home starting tonight with Game 3.
Yes, their first wins here tonight, then they take back home ice advantage in the series. This is the 3rd straight year where the 2 teams have met in the playoffs. Powassan fell in 6 games to the Lumberjacks in 2022 when former Lumberjacks coach Mark LaFleur coached the Voodoos. And last season, the Voodoos won in 6 with Peter Goulet's first season with the Voodoos. However, for Powassan, as there was 2 seasons without playoffs, obviously, 2019-20 and 2020-21, there were no playoffs for them. If you go back to 2018-19 the last time, it's really 4 straight series, because the Voodoos lost in 4 games in the East Division Final in that game when the Lumberjacks went on to win the NOJHL Championship as well. So as the players come out to the ice, this should be a very exciting game. Brad, I'm very excited to get it going here. Also a shout out to Dennis Puska up in Hearst for winning Broadcaster of the Year in the NOJHL for the inaugural award. Very well deserved, and always great to see broadcasters in the league get recognized. So hats off to you, Mr. Puska, as we get set for the national anthems here. Although all of Hearst not yet out on the ice, and we'll talk about our players to watch here after the national, or maybe at the first break, because I don't think we'll have much time, but we will mention those after the first whistle. And now Hearst finally coming out on the ice. Just a little delayed here. Underway, but yes.
It's a tactic. It must be. Make them think they're not showing up to tonight's game.
Yeah, just the goalie. That's it. That's all we need. We just need to cost out there. As we'll go to the national anthems here now.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard.
Really appreciate the bugle going off in the stands right now. You know it's playoff hockey as we get set. Here's your starting netminders. And he's played one game so far for the Hearst Lumberjacks. He is victorious, though, and that was in game 2. That's Russ DeCoste. He's 1-0 with a 5.00 goals against average and an 8.94 save percentage. On the other side, Dan DiRoccolo, through 2 games, he's 1-1. He has a 4.89 goals against average and an 8.55 save percentage. So both goalies looking to improve on some numbers there, but that's what happens when you win a game 5-4 in overtime, and the next game 6-5 is a loss for Hearst to get their first win. So lots of goals aplenty so far in this series, Brad.
Well, that's what happens when you have two very offensively powerful teams. You're going to see a lot of goal scoring. The goalie stats aren't going to be normally what you see from goaltenders, especially in the playoffs, but maybe we'll be treated to a goaltender duel here tonight.
As mentioned, we'll talk about our players to watch at our first break here, but we are currently underway for game 3. Hearst with possession down into Voodoos territory. Hearst in their road white jerseys are going left to right to start this period, and the Voodoos in their home greens are going right to left, as it's still in Voodoos territory right now. Hearst in there, Babiak with the puck behind the net. Looks to go out front, however, a good play by Thompson as both him and the referee fall down in the corner. Now it's back to the point. It just missed Janicki, but the Voodoos are finally able to get it out with Thompson back on his feet and down the ice. Chase Thompson, the local product, tried to deke his way around his man, but then he's knocked down to the ice, so it may be a bit of a rough shift for Thompson as he saw the ice twice. Puck rimmed around by the Lumberjacks, and it's out to the blue line and down. McLean, the big defenseman for the Voodoos, was looking for an icing call, but it was waved off. Now he picks up the puck in his own zone, and away he goes. McLean down the ice, turns it over, and coming the other way is Hearst. Stopping up, the Lumberjacks back to the point. Boucher with the puck now as he comes out of his zone, dumps it back in. DiRoccolo out to play the puck, gets his first touch of the game. And now Case leaves it for McLean. McLean lets Shields skate by as we're a minute 10 into this game 3. Dubroy tried to tip the puck down the ice, and instead he hits a Lumberjacks player on the bench, so we'll get our first stoppage here. And as mentioned, our players to watch.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA.
Take it away, Brad. Who are our players to watch?
Players to watch for the Powassan Voodoos. We're going to go with Wraith Smith. Not often do you see a team depend so heavily on a 16-year-old rookie, but it has paid dividends for the Voodoos this year. 27 goals in the regular season, and he's got 3 so far through the first 2 games of the playoffs. For Powassan, obviously taking his game up a notch, so a small sample size, but he'll look to continue that. And then for the Hearst Lumberjacks, we've got Mathieu Como, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points so far in the first 2 games, looking very dangerous for the Hearst Lumberjacks. 2
very dangerous players for sure. Very excited to see them go head-to-head here on person. Had to sit through Flow Hockey the last couple of games to watch my beloved Voodoos play games 1 and 2, so it's nice to get them here in action. And of course, Game 5 will go later this week in Hearst. And we'll have to see if a Game 6 is in the offering for Sunday in Powassan as Sturge tries to shovel the puck on net from the point and can't quite find a man. Now, back in, that was Bourdon Lemoyne, tried to get around his man, but he lost the puck and going the other way. Hearst once back again, dumps the puck back in. With the puck in his own zone now, Jackson Smith up for Sturge. Sturge flips it out. Turner with a good stick, sends it down for Patrick. This all-American line of Turner, Patrick, and McElhaney out on the ice. Not very often the Canadians on this team are outnumbered when they're on the ice, although I guess technically with 3 with Sturge and Smith and DiRoccolo out there, it does make 3 Canadians. McElhaney tried to find Turner down the ice, but it missed him. Janicki now up for Robinson. Robinson gets to Kalen. Kalen walks in, goes cross ice. No one was there, so it hits the boards and bounces back. Hearst still with possession in Voodoos territory. Flips it in. Getting a hand on that was McLean. Now McLean turns and goes behind his net. McLean decides to skate the puck up from his own zone, gains the blue line, finds Rive. He's able to tip it in. Dawson on the far side going after it. Back to Case at the point. Shot on net. It was tipped wide. Now Rive on the near side. In for Russo. Russo, not normally a sniper, scored an absolute beauty in game 1 in Hearst. Rive back to Russo. It's off his stick though. And puck back to the point for Case. Case stops up. Puck goes past. Dawson tried to turn and fire, but it hit a body and comes out of the zone. McLean now with the puck. Back into his own zone for Case. Case stops up, and he decides to go for a skate behind his net as he lets his troops in front of him change up. Case behind his net. Hay putting some pressure on a little bit, but instead Case decides to leave it for Ricci. Ricci for Thompson. Back to Ricci. Up the ice for Case. Case has been on for a while. Nearly lost the puck there, but he gets to the red line, decides to try and shovel it down the ice. Thompson can't get it very far though, as now Case still stuck out there. Down the ice, that won't go for icing. Ricci gets to it, sends it out to the middle of the ice. Good thing Thompson was there. Now it's up the ice for McMillan. McMillan back into his own zone. Dipsy doodles around a couple of Lumberjacks, and he carries it into the Lumberjack zone. Sent on net. Kicked aside by DeCoste as the Voodoos now have 2 shots in the game. Hearst with none so far. Little, the captain of the Voodoos team, up the ice for Wraith Smith. Smith just throws it in wide and goes off for a change. Dubroy now putting pressure on. Thompson in there as well. Puck just kept onside, but Lemke decides he doesn't like his options, so he takes it back into the neutral zone to regroup, and Sturge just dumps it in. Dubroy on the far side. Comes out. Hearst flips it right back down the ice, and now Jackson Smith chasing after it. Smith behind his own net stops up. Lets his guys set up a play here. As now Shields goes and tries to tempt the Lumberjacks a little bit, but the puck goes down the ice as Smith was able to get it down the far side. Shields still battles for it in the near side corner in Hearst territory. Flips it back to the point. It hit the referee, so it didn't go all the way. Now Hearst down the ice. Good pass there to Boswell. Boswell walks in, hits a stick, comes out of play in one of the only areas that the puck can come out of play here at the Powassan Sportsplex, and we'll get another stoppage of play here.
First stoppage in several minutes, so this first period's flying by so far, Courtney. We're past the 5-minute mark already. Voodoos already with 3 shots on net, getting a couple chances offensively, and now they're looking to have a face-off in their own zone here. Let's see how they set up defensively.
Flying by indeed. As mentioned, this is probably the best hockey. I remember my growing up watching Don Cherry Rock'em Sock'em. He said probably the best hockey is the first round of the playoffs. And
when everyone still has some energy.
Yeah. It's a grind, man.
It is.
It is a grind. Any hockey league for the playoffs, it's a grind. I mean, here it's 3 rounds. As that's a big hit and a delayed penalty going to be called there against the Voodoos. So Hearst is going to get their first opportunity now on the man advantage. As Turner, I think, is going to go to the box.
Huge hit by Zach Turner. Doesn't look like the Hearst player is any worse for wear, though, as he skates off. I think that's Robinson. But Turner will sit for 2.
Game 1, Hearst was 1 for 1 on the power play. Game 2, they were 0 for 2. So we'll have to see if Powassan's able to keep that momentum up, or if Hearst has figured out a little bit of an opening here in the armor. Far side, Hearst walks around behind the net. Back to the point for Boswell. Boswell walks in, tight angle, saved by DeRoccolo. And now Como, one of the most dangerous players on the ice for Hearst right now, sends the puck back to the point. Schillinglaw with a knuckle puck, and it goes wide over the net on the opposite side of the way DeRoccolo was going, but McLean got to the puck and sent it out.
Como had a great chance, and he could have gone cross crease with it, but DeRoccolo read it perfectly and read that Como was going to try and tuck it short side, got the pad down.
Boucher sends the puck in, goes around behind the net. McLean to get to it. That's an interference call. Now Case gets to it, sends it all the way down the ice. DeCoste plays it. I've said this before, I love black goalie pads. I wish more goalies had it.
It looks sleek.
It really fits the colors too for the Lumberjacks. Now in tight again. Puck rolled in on DeRoccolo. He got a stick on it. He's able to cover it up. A minute left on the power play. I remember when Corey Crawford a few years ago went black, and it was like the first time that a goalie had gone to black pads in a while. It was like, oh, that's different.
Yeah, it's almost an intimidation factor.
It is.
Opponents coming down looking at that are a little bit scared to shoot that puck. Looks like you're shooting into the void.
Exactly. Ricci gets the puck off the draw and sends it down the ice real quick. Now Russo, with some speed, gets down there, and he was able to beat out Hearst for the puck, and now he picks it back up in the corner as Janicki had blew on a tire.
He's got no help.
Yeah,
One
nobody
on four.
down there. It's literally 4 Lumberjacks jerseys as they finally get the puck away from Russo, but Russo killed some valuable time. Now back to the point, and that was Bourdon Lemoyne with the shot, and DeRoccolo makes the big save with 33 seconds left on the power play.
Russo, unbelievable effort on the penalty kill. Pinned the puck deep in the Hearst zone for a good 20-25 seconds there and killed a good chunk of this penalty kill. And, of course, the best penalty killer so far has been DeRoccolo. That's his, I think, 3rd save on the power play so far. Another good one.
Yeah, Justin Russo, one of your best defensive forwards in the league. That's what I say when he's not usually known for sniping the puck like he did in Game 1. Janicki, shot from the point, hits off DeRoccolo and into the corner. McLean with the puck, trying to shield the puck with his body as they battle now on the far side. Couple of Voodoos jerseys in there, couple of Lumberjacks jerseys digging along for the puck, and finally Hearst comes away with it, but they can't hold the line, and out the puck goes. Little, very tenacious on the penalty kill as well up there as the puck took a weird bounce off the side of DeRoccolo's net. Now McLean gets to it, tries to throw it down the ice. It hit Robinson. It stayed in, but now we're back to 5-on-5 hockey as McLean setting up behind his net, waiting for his mates to get a quick change in. Shots on goal now favor the Lumberjacks 4-3. Sturge with the puck. Gets it to Lemke. Lemke chips it down the ice. And Hearst will pick it up in their own zone now. Now stopping up. It's their turn to figure out what they want to do with the puck. Quickly down the ice though, however, as that's Robinson gets it into Voodoo's territory. Now down the ice, Sturge chasing after it. As Schillinglaw is going to beat that one out. And he's going to pick it up behind the net. Schillinglaw stops up. Robinson skates by. Now Schillinglaw with the puck again. Schillinglaw and Patrick got into a bit of a tussle in the last game as well, so we'll have to see if any more hostilities boil over. Thompson, nice little pass to Smith. Smith walks in, takes a shot, stopped by the defender in front. Now it's to McMillan in the corner. Back to Sturge. Sturge with another shot, and that one's blocked. And it comes to Smith. Smith quickly turns around and fires the puck towards the net, but that'll go offside, and a late hit on Jackson Smith on the offside call, as Newton was technically really just finishing his hit, but it looks like there's going to be a penalty out of this for sure. It was a little late, but at that moment you could argue he was just trying to finish his check.
Well, and Newton's got about 5 inches and probably 20 pounds on him, so anytime the bodies connect.
No, if anyone's going in the box, nobody's going in the box.
Oh, all right, we're still even strength.
Okay. Never mind.
And you know what? It's a nice, going back to Russo for a moment, it's nice when you've got a guy that's primarily known as a defensive forward when he can chip in with a snipe here and there. It's almost just like a bonus,
yeah.
right?
It's almost like getting a shorthanded goal, right?
Right.
There's a puck down into Voodoo's territory as well. Ricci with it. Russo chips it up. Rive couldn't quite get it out of the zone, though. And now it's behind the net for Little. Little battling with Russo. Russo tried to get it up to his former Trappers teammate, Caleb Dawson. And finally it's over to Ricci, who does take the puck out of the zone. Ricci overskated the puck, though, however, and now McDonald down the ice for Hay. Hay taken off the puck by Dawson. Dawson still battling, and now it comes out to Boucher. Boucher in his zone, or in the neutral zone, throws it in cross ice. Ricci gets to it. Chips it down the near side wall to Rive. Rive in the corner. Gets it back behind the net to Ricci. Ricci looking for his options. Decides to skate the puck out for a little bit. Gets it up to Dawson, or to McElhinney. That was Rive, one-on-one. Rive with a shot. And DeCoste with the save. With 10:33 left here in this first period.
We've got a full house here, and that's what you like to see, playoff hockey. The stands are full, and we want to thank everyone who's here. We also want to thank everyone who is listening in, following along with the coverage tonight on the Frontlines YouTube channel or following on Flow Hockey. You're also hearing us, and you're getting to see cameraman Mike's handiwork.
Yeah, one of the best camera operators in the league, bar none. As now Hearst going back in. Boswell tried to get the puck in deep, but they couldn't quite get there. Now the puck back to Como. Como with the shot. That one's high and over the net. Turner tries to chip it out past Janicki. Janicki kept it in. And now the Voodoos still battling along the near side wall. Puck finally comes out. Hearst gets to it, flips it right back in. And it goes around the far side. Case to it. Gets it from McElhinney. McElhinney out for his Pittsburgh buddy, Patrick. Patrick stops up, takes the shot. That one's well high and over the net. Another stoppage here. That should be it for our mid-period timeout. So we'll be back with more Frontline Voodoos hockey on the other side of this.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex for Powassan Voodoos hockey here as the Voodoos and Hearst are going at it for game number 3 of the series, all tied up at 1 apiece so far after games 1 and 2 went in Hearst. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Brad Brooks, cameraman Mike Brown, and of course Harrison from the Garrison hanging out down at rinkside, getting all the great social media coverage that you'll find on the front line, especially on Instagram. That's usually where he's posting. So check out our Instagram page, follow us along. If you're not here, well, what are you doing? I appreciate you listening to us, but you're missing out.
That's right. Harrison doing a bang-up job on the socials lately, and we appreciate everyone who follows the front line on our social media accounts. You get to see Harrison's handiwork. He's been good.
Yeah, he's okay, I guess.
Yeah, he's all right.
I do have to say, always whenever Hearst comes here, there's a bevy of orange merch down in the left end of our rink here, and it's always good to see, making the trek from as far away as Hearst.
Well, if you were a real fan, Courtney, you would have gone up to Hearst for games 1 and 2.
If I was, but you know what, as I was going to go for icing against the Voodoos, you know what? Yeah.
I guess we all have real jobs too, right?
Yeah,
So.
I mean, do we?
We wish we didn't.
Yeah. I don't know. I like to think this is my real job, but then I go to work Monday to Friday at my real job, and Shields wins it back to Lemke. Lemke keeps it in, sends it towards the net. Oh, rebound chance there as Ricci was sneaking in. Couldn't quite get the shot away, though, as he tried to bat it in.
Baseball skills aren't up to par yet.
No. Little with the puck down the ice. Dubroy sends it in. I mean, spring training is still technically going on, so
it's
not everyone's baseball skills are quite yet up to form yet.
He'll get there.
Yeah. I tell you, the Blue Jays baseball skills better be up to form this year, else I'll be really upset.
We're not too optimistic. Could be a long year.
Could be. Has a chance here for McMillan off the side of the net. As now the net comes out front. It was almost knocked over. McMillan now in the near side corner. Nice little pass out front. Couldn't quite get to Thompson, though. As now Hearst back on the counterattack. Down the ice into Voodoos territory. They send it in. Boswell battling for possession, or rather Robinson. Now it's up the ice again for Thompson. Thompson to the center of the ice for Smith. Smith tried to walk it in, tried to get a backhanded attempt on the puck, but it eventually rolled off his stick. McMillan for McLean. McLean now going for a skate. Loses at the blue line, however, but he picks it back up at the Voodoos bench. Now Thompson comes in and sends it down the ice for McMillan. Looking back for Thompson. Thompson chasing after it. Keeps it in deep. Thompson with McMillan right there. This Voodoos line finally getting some dangerous looking chances. They just couldn't put the puck on net. And now Hearst sends the puck right back in. Battling on the far side. Skates it back. That was Paquette. Now it's on the near side. Wraith Smith picking it up. He's got to be gassed after a long shift. Gets it to Russo. Russo couldn't clear the puck. McDonald with it. Skates around. Comes cross side. And Russo gets to it on the near side now. Russo was looking for Dawson, but Dawson couldn't quite get it as it was just out of his reach. Now Ricci behind his own net. 7:30 left in this first period. Puck behind the net. Ricci lets his guys set up. Gives it to Russo. Russo leaves it back for Ricci. It was out of his reach, but he's able to get to it. Ricci sends it down the ice. And no icing on that one, however, as now picking it up once again Hearst as Moore goes down the ice. Moore to Como. Como was in a good shooting lane but had the puck knocked off his stick. And Rive gets to it, sends it down the ice, and that'll jump past everyone. And that'll go for icing against the Voodoos, even though there's about 2 or 3 players that could have gotten a piece of that.
Looked like it could have been touched a couple times there. A rare stoppage in this game so far. We're flying here. Breakneck pace to this game, just under 7 minutes left. And I really like the pace of play so far, but not too many grade A chances at either end so far. It feels like both teams just really kind of trying to feel each other out still, Courtney.
Yeah, you would think after, almost 4 periods I should say almost 10 periods, or 7, I can't do math, periods of hockey against each other in the first 2 games. You think that the feeling out would be done at this point.
You would think.
But
different rink,
nope.
maybe different vibes. Who knows?
That's true.
Yeah.
This is a smaller barn for sure.
Yeah.
Here in Po Town, as the cool kids call it.
So not us?
No, that is true. Whenever somebody asks me how it's going, I said, living the dream as the cool kids say, but I'm decidedly not cool.
Yeah.
Puck behind the Voodoos net. Boswell with it. Goes and skates, gets around, backhanded chance off the side of the net. Boswell back to the point. Near side for Janicki. Janicki takes the shot, and it goes off a couple of bodies and wide. Now Boswell, backhanded chance, somehow got all the way to the net after it knocked off McLean in front of the net, and that'll be another stoppage here in Voodoos territory.
Yeah, it looked like, I think it was Alex Case maybe able to get a stick on that to slow that right down for his goaltender, and Duraclo, instead of playing, and he did have a couple of teammates around him, but chose wisely to cover it up instead, and we'll get some fresh legs for both teams here. Face off to Duraclo's left.
Robinson in for the draw. Shields in for the Voodoos. And it's to the near side, like you said, of Duraclo, although it looks like the Voodoos we're going to go down a skater there for a second. As
Counting
Lemke,
is hard sometimes.
Yeah, well, I just proved it with my periods in the series joke. So Schillinglaw takes a shot, but Dubroy gets to it. Now it's up the ice for Lemke. Lemke looking for some guys to join him. Lemke tried to get around Schillinglaw, but he lost the puck, but Shields is there for support. Now back to Sturge. Sturge back in tight. Sent it towards the front of the net, but it just bounced out, and Hearst gets it down the ice for Jackson Smith to pick up in his own zone. Smith from his own zone now goes cross ice to Sturge. Sturge behind the net. Stops up, lets his guys set up once again, gives it to Shields. Shields gains the red line, flips it in, traces after it, but the Voodoos couldn't quite do anything with the zone time, as now Lemke tried to will it back in, but it didn't go very far. Sturge now chasing for the puck with Robinson on the near side, gets it around for Thompson. Thompson with the puck, nearly overskated it, and the Voodoos get it back down the ice into the neutral zone. Lumberjacks with possession, lose it however though as Ray Smith picks it up. Smith walks in, tried to go in all alone, but he lost the puck. Thompson sending it in now behind the net. Battle in the near side corner with Smith. McMillan also in there as well, and Paquette. Battle ensues. It's one of the most exciting plays in hockey is happening.
Boucher for Hearst trying to take on 2 Voodoos there by himself in the corner, and almost was successful.
Smith did get the puck out though and threw it towards the front of the net. It did just bounce by, and now Ricci's going to race down the ice and win out the icing call. So the Voodoos will get an offensive zone draw.
Yeah, one of the few offensive zone draws the Voodoos have been able to generate here so far, but hopefully they can take advantage of the fact that Hearst can't change and generate a scoring chance here. They're getting a couple guys on the ice that maybe don't necessarily get as many opportunities as others, but would like to see Caleb Dawson maybe get one here.
Case with the puck, threw it towards the net, and it hit off a stick and went out of play as it hit that end wall, which has a few little black marks on it.
Yeah. It'll be nice to see this Russo, Rive, Dawson line get involved here. Maybe not necessarily on the score sheet, but maybe set the tone here a little bit physically. We have yet to see really anything. There's been a couple of decent hits, but have yet to see really any physical play to this point.
Hearst, though, they do get the puck out as that's Robinson down the ice. Robinson was looking for McDonald, but now McLean gets to it. McLean chips it down the ice. Rive to chase after it. Rive goes behind the net, leaves it for Dawson. Dawson picks it up, back to the point for McLean. McLean goes cross ice to Case. Case, other options, back to McLean. McLean decides to take the shot, and that, his shooting lane had closed on him, but he was able to keep it in as the puck was knocked off of another stick and onto the glass. Back to Case. Case tried a one-time attempt, and now the Lumberjacks might have a 2-on-1 as Case goes the other way. Good stick, though, to negate that chance on the way back by Alex Case.
Great back check and defensive play to break that up by Case.
Wonderful, just spinning and whacking the puck away with his stick, as now the Voodoos pick up possession again. Justin Russo down the ice, gains the red line, flips it in. With the puck now is Audris. Audris behind his net as he waits for his guys to set up. Como goes for a drive-by. And now Schillinglaw has it. Far side to Como. Como loses it to Little, though. Little with speed down the other side of the ice. Near side, Ricci fell as the puck was in his skates. Oh, the Voodoos tried to set up something pretty there. Now it's Turner. Turner back for McElhaney. McElhaney gets to Ricci. It's lost in the middle of the zone. And a good stick there by McElhaney negates that chance. Now McElhaney walking in. He scored a Mario Lemieux-esque goal in French River to finish out the season, in which he thread the needle between two defenders, much like Lemieux against Chris Dawson's beloved Minnesota North Stars.
Much like Lemieux in many goals in his career.
Another chance out front. What a save by DeCoste. Voodoos pressuring here, and DeCoste goes across his crease, gets the glove up, and stops it from going in.
And that's the first real dangerous chance we've seen Powassan generate, and DeCoste had to make an unbelievable save to keep this game scoreless, Courtney.
2:40 left here in this first period of play. 0-0 is our score. Voodoos up to 8-5 in the shot category as well.
DeCoste getting a little thank you pat on the pads from his defender there as he keeps his game scoreless with that glove hand.
Shields wins the draw. It's back to the point. Another quick shot. And that one's turned aside by DeCoste. Second chance by Shields is turned away by the netminder.
Kicked out a huge rebound, and Shields was sitting right there in the doorstep but could not bury it.
McLean in his own zone. Goes for a skate. Lost the handle on it though, but got it to Shields. Shields is able to knock it down the ice. And it's sent right back into Voodoos territory behind the net. Case picking it up. Stops up behind his net as well, as he waits for his guys to set up. We've seen this a few times where players just slow the game down in this game. Now Shields picks it up. Shields running out of real estate, tries to get it down the ice, but is stuck by Lemke and Boucher. And now the pair are battling for it. Now Shields is able to chip it in. He chases after it. Sharp angle shot by Shields is stopped by DeCoste and hits the end wall and goes out of play.
Yeah, instead of giving up a rebound out to his other side, he flicked that up with his stick up over the glass and out of play. And we'll have another face-off to his right down in the Hearst zone. Both teams changing lines here again at this point. We got just under 2 minutes to play, still scoreless. This is not quite the game we thought we saw, but we're enjoying it.
Ricci at the point, sends it in behind the net. Now it's into the corner on the near side. Back to the point for Hay. It's out. However, Ricci picks it up at his blue line and sends it right back down the ice. It hit off McMillan and rolls into DeCoste, and McMillan gets to it and then kind of snows DeCoste a little bit, and Janicki did not like that at all.
McMillan comes in, gives a little snow shower to DeCoste, and then hears it from all 5 Hearst players on the ice, yes.
I wonder if the goalies on the other end, like Duracolo's sitting down there and be like, oh, why'd you do that? Because now they're going to do it to me.
Yeah, he knows it's coming back on him, for sure.
Puck in the near side corner is nearly knocked out in front of the net by Thompson, but it's back to Ricci now. Ricci's tried to go cross ice looking for Ray Smith back door, and now the other way is Hay. Hay couldn't get past Little though, as now is still battling in the far side corner. Ricci gets out to it. Ricci down the ice, found Smith all the way down the ice, and now going in on the goaltender was Smith, and a late hit after the whistle as DeCoste covered it up from Schillinglaw.
Tipped in by Smith to avoid the icing, and it just kind of a looping, just kind of a can of corn, and DeCoste playing center field makes a routine catch there, and could have played it to a defender, but with Ray Smith streaking in, decides to hold on to it. We'll have another offensive zone draw for Powassan, just over a minute left here in the first.
Yeah, that's definitely the smart play if you're DeCoste.
I think so.
Patrick with the puck on the draw, lost it though, however. Hearst is able to send it down the ice. It hits a bit of an edge of the puck, and then it's going to go down for icing. So we'll do it all again here, with only difference being a couple less seconds on the clock.
Yet another one here, and you're right, smart decision with the way Ray Smith is scoring at this point. You don't want, he's probably the one guy you don't want to give that opportunity to by playing it and maybe making a mistake playing it. So
yeah, exactly. No, thank you.
Nope.
Patrick loses the draw again. However, Voodoos get to it as McElhaney and Turner battle for it on the far side. But however, the point pass back to Case is picked up. Now Moore with it. Moore to Schillinglaw, takes the shot, and that was knocked aside. A secondary chance turned aside by Duracolo. And now we're going to get another call here, as that's going to be a penalty call here with 42.8 seconds left on the clock. and that'll go, I believe, against Powassan.
Yeah, it looked like McLean in front of his own net tripped up the Hearst Lumberjack player who was looking for a rebound. Duraclo made a great save, but it bounced out off his pad for a little rebound, and the only real play McLean had was to take out his...
Turner
Oh, it's
again.
Turner. Okay, yeah, Turner.
Turner taking the second straight penalty here for the Voodoos.
Tripped the Lumberjack in front, and they'll sit for 2.
Now to Case behind the net. He's just going to send that one down the ice. 35 seconds left here in this first period. Schillinglaw from his own zone. Leaves it. Gets it now down the ice for Boswell. Boswell goes cross ice to Como. Como walks in, goes around the net. Flips it back to Boswell. Boswell with 15 seconds left on the clock. Gets it to Schillinglaw. Takes a shot. Duraclo stops that one, and then we get a bit of a pushing match between McLean and his man out front.
I'm not sure how he saw that. There were about 4 bodies in front. And somehow Duraclo saw that through traffic, and not only did he make the save, but he did it calmly. And we'll see a face-off to his left, but great glove save there by Duraclo.
14.5 seconds left on the clock, 1:32 left in the power play for Hearst. Shields to Case. Case gets to it, tries to knock it out of the zone, although McDonald gets to it, and then he throws it wide. Back to Boucher. 5 seconds left on the clock. Hearst has to make something happen here. Walks back to Boswell with a sharp angle shot, and Duraclo makes another save with 0.2 seconds left on the clock. He looked back right away to be like, are we not done here? Like, come on.
Another glove save by Duraclo, and that one looks sharp. That glove hand is on fire here this game. So
Daniel Duraclo.
both goaltenders putting on a show in the first period.
Both for sure. 12-9 are the shots in favor of Powassan so far. As now they're going to just, like a penalty kick, line up in front of the net here. As Shields has first had the extra attacker on the ice. Might as well for the final 0.2 seconds of that period. But that'll do it here for this first period. 1:17 left on the power play when we return. I have not talked in a while, it sounds like. Brad, your final thoughts before we go to break here of this first period.
If you came for offense, well, you're a little disappointed so far. That's not what you're getting, but this game has been very exciting to watch. Action going both ways so far through the first 20.
Always an exciting time here at the Powassan Sportsplex. As we said, buckle up, folks. The next 40 minutes are coming up, and we'll be back with the second period of action on the other side of this intermission.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Barry!
Huh?
I told you not to be scaring the customers.
Hey, Barry, come on in for a bite. And bring Brianna with you.
For only 2 minutes up the hill, where you're only a stranger once.
Ready to embark on an electrifying adventure? Look no further than the Mitsubishi Outlander, available in gas or PHEV, the SUV that redefines excellence. Recently awarded the best midsize utility vehicle in Canada for 2023 by AJAC. This bold and sophisticated SUV delivers advanced performance, safety, and tech, plus peace of mind with its standard super all-wheel control and the best warranty in the business. With red-hot deals and plenty in stock, your award-winning drive starts with the Mitsubishi Outlander.